How's it going, humans, and welcome to HewTube! On today's episode, we're destroying a room! And then we're gonna fix it and make it all nice and new and pretty. I'm gonna turn this spare bedroom into a new studio. That should look something like this when I'm done. So in order to get here, we have to empty this room and do a little demolition. So with everything boxed up and a lot of things sent to donations, the room was finally empty. It hasn't been this way in like 5 years, and it was kind of amazing. So the first thing to do was pull off the baseboard and rip up the floors. So I bought this house about 5 years ago, and the owners before me did some really questionable renos. Like when they put up all of this baseboard and trim, they only bought 5-foot lengths, which means every single door jamb, every single piece has so many cuts in it. And they didn't even caulk all the way across on some of them, which is really lazy. So don't be like them, be better than them. Now the good thing about lazy people is it takes a lot less time to take apart their work. So I got all of these baseboards off in record time, which meant I could move on to figuring out how to take down this horrible shelf. Look at this thing. Got flatheads, got Robertsons. Just need a Phillips in here too. My God. Oh, nope, no Phillips. Just another anchor in the wall behind another peg. Who built this? Okay, so I do need to share this. Look at how creepy this mirror is. This thing's been haunting my nightmares for years. Let's get rid of a door. I always forget about that mirror, about how terrifying it is until I'm in that room and I close that door. Luckily it's a guest room, and I'm usually never in there with the door closed, so I'm sorry to anybody that stayed at my house. So with that door pulled, you can see it was a good idea because they only secured it in with 1-inch screws. Don't know how it didn't fall off the hinges before now, but that's just the way it goes, I guess. Crappy baseboard install, crappy screws. Now let's see how crappy the flooring was put in and how fast we can get this up. Shit floors come up fast. So with that horrible laminate gone, I now have some horrible chipboard to contend with in a minute. But before I get to that, I'm gonna start patching some holes. So with the mud drying, the last thing I needed to do to prep this room was pull up this chipboard. So this is like 3/8 inch and it is stapled down everywhere. You just can't get away from the staples and it just breaks apart into a million pieces when you're pulling it up. So after hauling it all out to the garage to be taken to the dump later, the last thing I needed to do was pull up a million staples. So there's really no easy way to get these staples out. Pretty much just use a crowbar, maybe a hammer, and pull, yank, twist, till they're all out of there. It's not fun, and it'll hurt your back. But everyone has back problems these days, so you might as well join the club. Now with everything all cleaned up, we have our nice pretty plank floor and a pile of plywood to install. So this is going to be the base for the hardwood that I'm going to be putting in, which is going to be a gorgeous hickory, and we're going to get to that in the next episode. Well, not the hardwood, but putting in the plywood and some other stuff. So thanks for sticking around, checking out this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and follow along for the continuation of this room reno. Catch you next time.